Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in, and welcome to this review. Today we've got the second studio album by Sydney, Australia-based pop-punk titan Stand Atlantic. This one is entitled Pink Elephant. Signed to Hopeless Records, this is the band's follow-up to 2018 Skinny Dipping. I was recommended this band about a year or so ago by a friend who lives in Australia. We were talking about pop-punk and bands like Neck Deep that have really come in and rode the wave of that newer pop-punk wave, slightly more contemporary sounding. And she recommended the song Sidewinder, and I was hooked instantly. So this, of course, is my first album going into it already being a fan of Stand Atlantic. So let's dive right in. Like that is the album opener. It's very sugary sweet and quickly swells with some fiery inertia. Bonnie, the lead vocalist, has an amazing voice. The range and the vibrato she has suits the raw, earwormy composition. Now say what you want about the slight reverb she throws in there, or the band throws in there, and the production, which is very poppy for the most part. I liken this album to maybe Around the World and Back by State Champs. Say what you want about that, her vocal runs are impeccable. And then even when you throw in a punishing mix of guitars and drums on songs like Shh, which is the very next song, she still commands attention. She oscillates between graceful croons and harsh yells with daunting ease. Blurry, which is one of the promotional singles, is kind of haunting with its serving of synths on the intro. Bonnie sings of being put off by mixed signals and likens it to a sort of illness, the most unsettling kind. The little synths and electronic bells and whistles you hear are a nice touch. Jurassic Park explodes with that textbook pop punk sound, it's clear that Stand Atlantic are carving out their most comfortable territory within that niche. Bonnie knows her skeletons in the closet, but as she says in the song, she wants to bring them out and dress them up. This sort of stanza slash allegory on mental health is backed up by some of the the sugariest, is that a word, pop punk hooks you've heard this entire year. And I love the crunch and varying tones in the guitars as Bonnie lets her voice rip on the bridge amidst the flesh out production and the sort of vocal alterations that pervade over her voice. Evil Ligo, am I saying that right? Which features the most grooving guitar solo I've heard from any band in a while, sees Bonnie treating us to her soft croons on the verse and her raspy wails in the chorus, while Wavelength sees her toying with the knowledge she's not perfect and just trying to make it out of the situation unscathed. Drink to Drown speaks to the sometimes criminally unnoticed benefits of isolation, and it's perfectly crafted for this cleaner, poppier adult contemporary those popular, cleaner corners of Bonnie's voice. Heavy on the keys and the emotional attachment, it's nice to see this band nail this kind of simplistic sound palette in an earnest way. Do What You Want is an exemplar of the band's better power pop tendencies. No amount of reverb and electronics, however, can compete with the familiar pairing of Jono, is that his name? I'm sorry, man, I'm mispronouncing your name. Him on drums and David Potter on guitars and bass. He commands a lot of instrumental duties on this record, and his contributions can't go unnoticed. Silk and Satin is the most experimental and explorative cut on here. This one is overtly pop, and again, Bonnie's voice shines through. This needs to be in the top 40 right now, when a gritty pop-punk band can discard the loud noise for silky beats and shimmery, subtle electric guitars. You know you have a real winner on your hands. I'm all I am, she emphatically repeats. But if you need some punch and some spank, Soap picks things right back up. I like Stevie Knight's production on this one, and the broader pop tendencies we've seen already in a few tracks before is still present, but now it's sharing the spotlight with plenty of audible live instrumentals that refuse to get lost in the shuffle, and they'll certainly translate to a live show setting when and if this end of the world as we know it is over. Hate Me Sometimes closes the album with probably the biggest dose of rollicking pop-punk energy on the entire album. Those guitars had me reeling, once again playing into the lane of conflicting emotions lyrically, at least by my estimation. Bonnie speaks to morbidly enjoying the hurt. I think I like the way you hate me sometimes. You come and go, just like the bones I'm breaking. But later in the bridge of the song, she devilishly promises, maybe we're stuck in the dark. It doesn't matter, I'm see-through. So overall, you've got this standard, textbook, sugary, sweet pop-punk sound palette that would fit right in any era of pop-punk within the last 20 years, but still very genre fluid and being able to explore alt-rock, power pop, overtly pop at times, and throwing in, hip-hop beats and synths and bass lines, but it's all very well done. This is a very multifaceted band. I am incredibly curious to see where they go from here. They definitely need more exposure. They're sort of upstarts. They've been slowly climbing the ranks of pop-punk over the last several years, and they need some more attention because this is a very fleshed out and very, again, multifaceted band, able to oscillate between different genres and influences without losing the sort of niche and sort of idiosyncrasies that make them who they are. Now it's subject to change because there's been a handful of really good albums this year. I'm giving this a 5 out of 5. I love this record. Go check it out. So that's all I have to say. If you're a fan of like State Champs, Neck Deep, I want to say All Time Low, but of course they're not. I mean, they've kind of evolved from that standard pop punk sound. But if you're a fan of that sort of confectionery, because I don't want to repeat myself, say sugary sweet, because after songs like that, when they get a little too sugary sweet, you might get cavities. But if you're a fan of that by the books pop punk, and you're not too cynical about it, you will find a lot of enjoyment here. So thank you for watching. Please check out this album. If you enjoyed this review, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, guys.